What is up, everyone? This is going to be my Naafiri jungle video, and I'm going to go over everything you need to know on how to play the new jungler that I think is really good, Naafiri jungle. As far as her buff made it so her Q healing is really good on jungle camp. So if you have a large monster, it actually heals you a lot. So your health is really good. Her clear slightly went up with the Q cooldown reduction and the pack buff. So she actually clears relatively okay. The first clear is the hardest. You just have to get a full clear off. Ideally, if you get that full clear off, you're going to be really good. We're going to be Q maxing and E maxing second. You always want to start Q level 1. You can start Raptor, Solo, or Red. It's up to you if you're going to get a leash or not. I like Raptor Solo just because it's really easy with Naafiri Q. I've been playing her a lot. I think the best build by far is just getting Profane Hydra into, like Eclipse, Grudge sort of build. She's really broken in snowballing and just really high damage. The Profane Hydra is really important because there's a lot of combo you need to know. So here you always want to line it up with your Q if you can. And one big thing what I notice is when I'm jungling her is your Q cooldown only starts when you cast like the second part. So by that I mean you just kind of want to cast both parts right away. You don't really want to be making like holding your second Q. You just want to get both Qs off ASAP. So I usually just Q and then auto attack, then Q again. And that's a really simple way to have it done. Your dogs actually tank forever, right? So you never really lose your little wolfies, which is really important. Here I'm going to escape my second Q to try to just kill and one shot here. So you can see the basics is really about the Q. Just double Qing it when you're jungling is really important. Auto attack, E. Your E will kind of like despawn your dogs. And also every time you hit something with your Q, your dogs will attack that target for around 3 seconds. So you want to just auto it and just leave it with like 1 Q. Your dogs should finish it off around here. And you're going to be doing 2 points into Q and E and then W level 4. Your early game is all about farming. The first clear, you just really want to get that first clear going. So here I'm auto attacking you. Get the lineup. Always try to line it up so I can hit both. Do the double Q and you're good to go. I like electrocute runes. You can go first strike as well. It's really up to you though. Here I'm going to auto that. Let my wolves kind of finish it off. And then just Q onto the next camp. Here, Q again. Watch for any ganks. Without W, your ganks aren't the greatest, but your damage is actually insane. Like, I actually been having so much fun playing this champion. So here I'm going to just Q once, auto, and then just let my bleed kind of take it out. And then Q on to the next camp that we're going. I'm against Viego jungle. We're going to be playing in Diamond 2 this game, so there might be a bit of spice in this game. Looks like my balling is not really in the best position. But as you can see, you can solo full clear by crab time. That's always a good thing. So here my balling is really low, so I'm a bit worried that they might die. So I'm going to ward here to see if Viego's here. If there's no Viego, then okay. Hitting that second Q should be able to kill here. Blocking that damage here is really good. I'm going to go into now. Hit the second Q. Auto. Get the wolves auto. And boom. Oh, I mean, they obviously dove. There really isn't that much complication on this champion. She is assassin. She's a female also. But it really just about hitting the Qs. That's a big thing. And funny enough, this champion is just kind of how do I say? Champion's like weird in some mechanics you have to know. A lot of it is just comboing abilities in your W. So what you're going to see is me casting Q a lot in my W and also casting, like Tiamat, right? So here I actually could one buy Tiamat, but I can also buy a Brutalizer and a Longsword. I like this base a lot more. If you ever can get a Brutalizer and a sword, it's always better than going Tiamat. But if you can only get like a pickaxe, you might as well just get Tiamat, right? That's how I think about it. And if you're saying like, Inori, can you even farm without Tiamat? If you get AD, it's not her clear is not that bad. You just really want Profane Hydra, right? So you can still clear. So here I'm going to just go on him really fast because, well, I have a buy advantage. Oh, I should have waited a bit. I'm trolling. That was my mistake. I didn't have to go in there. Missing the first Q was just... There was no need for me to go there. Could have got another sword there, but it's a bit late on that. He looks like... he hasn't... He's going topside. I mean, I could easily kill him in his jungle. If you want to play more invade style, you can easily invade on this champion. And I think I want to invade because he stole my camps, but he just has a pink here, so it might be hard. Void grubs are up, so it's definitely a void grub angle. But I think this guy's going to die to Vago. I think Vago will be here. I think I will have to run into him. Maybe Vago's not here. Interesting. He is here now. Looks like he's on wolf camp though. I have smite ready, but I'm saving my money here. Problem is Talon can rotate here, so I might be in trouble if I run into Talon. I just want to chunk him fast and then back up. Problem is I have to fight now. Oh, I hate playing against Talons. Man, Talons are so annoying. A little disgusting, moving, little hardcore little animals. Little ratty champions. So here I have a few options on how I want to play the map. I can play for, you know, void grubs, or I can go bot side or whatever. My damage is insane, so I win level 1s. Like level 5, I'm extremely strong. Here I actually want to go through mid because I think mid is a bit spicy. And with Talon pressing that ability, it's really good for me. I have a second Q in a second, so I'm just going to jump and then throw it out. Fortunately, don't hit it. You'll be able to reach him here. Unless he parkours like a year away. Vago could be easy kill too if he walks in, but he's quite safe right now. My Qs are always going to heal a lot on the monster, so... Unless I have my thing. It should be an easy kill. Very simple damage. Like we talked about, our damage is really insane. With the buys, if you have like early buys, your Qs, as long as you hit your pretty much your 2 Qs, you're good to go. And a lot of comboing is going to be in your W and also your E. Your E is always going to be good to get over walls. So you can actually have a really easy play style. You can't really go over like super thick walls, but you can jump over thinner walls like that. It's a very high advantage ability. Using W while farming isn't really that good when you're already on the camp. You generally use your W when you're far away from the camp. So for example, when I'm going on Gromp, I would just W from here. And important things to practice when you're farming is just how you're going to be using your combos. Like for example, the Tiamat is a lot of times going to be used during your E because you can cancel the animation. Or the Tiamat's going to be used during your W because, again, you can cancel the animation. Here, I think Thresh is walking up quite far. So he's killable, but I also have a lot of money. If he's here, I'll fight. Very simple play. Even my R, without R, it's not even a big deal. Guy's actually really cocky because I could obliterate him. Hit the first Q, hit the W, hit the second Q. It's just a one shot. Very simple plays. I mean, this guy was way too far up. I actually think the Naafiri jungle is like really strong. It's like funny too because I wasn't a bit of a believer, but the more I played her and the more I realized once you get Profane Hydra, like your clear, everything is so good. Here, they're pretty much all pretty armor, like 80 heavy, so I'm just going to go armor boots. You could go CDR boots as well, but when you're against like AD champions like this, auto attack, you want the armor boots, and also Eclipse is really good. You could go opportunity as well if you want another lethality item. It's up to you. So here I just want to do, you know, red void grubs. I don't have R up, so I just want to ward the void grubs to see if this guy's on it. He is on it, so I'm just going to go check. He just left it. So I'm just curious if he saw me or something, or just decided he didn't want to be a part of the void grubs. So if he left it, I'm just going to kill the last one because the last one does give me, you know, bonus experience. And the Profane Hydra is pretty much the same thing we're talking about with the Tiamat. It's really important to be comboing it with your spells. Like, you really want to use it with your... When you're farming, you can auto, like, just use it whenever, right? But, like, you want to kind of combo it with your E or your W when you go in. Really, the most important thing with this champion is actually how you combo your abilities when you dash in, right? The W, like, you just have to get the W off, right? If you're in range to W, that's always the first thing. After that, you can always kind of Q with your W. So for example, I'll show you as I'm like fighting the Raptor. It's like if I'm fighting a champion. So if I'm fighting the Raptor, I start with W, Q, Profane Hydra, and then second Q, right? That's a lot of it's going to be like that. You can kind of buffer the first Q in the W, and you can like Profane Hydra with your E. I'm surprised that doesn't give me vision. A lot of damage, but you can see, I mean, I'm not one to mess with. I'm not one to mess with. Never forget. Listen, I'm not here to joke around, all right? Hit the Q if they're ever CC'd, right? Hit the second Q, E, auto Profane Hydra. Very simple. This guy wants to run away from you. Your E is really good at chasing. Viego might be here too, though. But Viego's not here, so... all I have to do is wait for my W, and then I can just go on him. E, Profane Hydra as an example. And Profane Hydra always, like, you know, easily get waves too if you want. A lot of value in the Hydra. Eclipse, I mean... Eclipse second feels really good if you want to go for a bit more tankiness. If you want really high damage, then... the healing is really insane. Like, if you hit your second Q, you do get a lot of healing. And just in that example, hitting the first Q puts the bleed effect. Hitting the second Q heals on large monsters and champions. And a big thing about the healing part, second Q does a lot of... pretty much the second Q, the first one applies the bleed. The second one consumes the bleed, so it does the full damage. Plus extra damage of the missing health of the target. So it does extra damage. So you're waiting for the first Q to like tick, tick, tick doesn't actually matter. So here, Q, W, Profane Hydra like that. Very simple. You get the mechanics of this champion down. She's really simple and really easy. Like after like 4 games, I feel like I've kind of mastered her already. Like there isn't like that much going on, which is funny. So here you can go into Eclipse, you can go into Opportunity. It really depends on what you want to build. But I feel like, okay, am I scared about, you know, like getting bursted, right? Okay, I'll go Eclipse. Like, it'll make me tankier. It'll give me a shield. I can proc it relatively often. It's not a big deal. If I want more damage, I want more movement speed. I feel like, okay, I really don't need a shield. Probably against more range champions, I'd probably go for like Opportunity into Grudge. But by third item, you need Grudge. The armor pen is really important. You go Grudge, you go Edge of Night. You can get Maul for MR. You really need more armor. You can always go DD as well. I don't really remember. We don't really W when we're on the jungle camp. It doesn't do that much damage. It's pretty much your gap close. So you just have to remember it as your gap close. Here, this guy might R. If he Rs, we can kill him. Just Wing, chunking him. Really important. Hitting the second, that Q, look how much damage it does. He might die to the bleed. And that's just how much damage you bring, right? Like, even without vision, I am just inputting, like, insane amounts of damage. So that hits, your wolves will always follow. W to chase, auto, Profane Hydra. Q again for a bleed. Q again if it hits. If it doesn't hit, just back out. Like this situation, I don't have to keep going. I've already done a really good job. So I'm quite happy, so I'm just going to Q and just keep farming. Remember, your E despawns your wolves, so if your wolves are about to all die, or your dogs, you can always press E and it'll just kind of like despawn it, so it's not a big deal. Here, I'm going to Q. Q hits, Q again. Second Q doesn't hit, back out. A very simple playstyle. Not the most complicated champion. Like, you'll get the hang of her quite fast. And your wolves spawn faster when you're farming, so you can always get a really, like... You can get them back real quick if you're just, like, farming. So you can see the score line. I mean, even in Diamond 2, like, it's really just super good. I play her, too, like, a lot now. And I actually have a lot of fun playing her. I think she would be really strong for climbing. If you're sort of like wanting an assassin jungler in your champion pool right now, this champion is so easy and so broken right now. I think she's better jungle than she is mid. That's how good she is. After the buff, she's really good mid too. So if you play her jungle, you can always kind of mix around the positions with her, which is really cool. So here I'm going to base because, well, I have my item. I'm going to go Eclipse. We're going to go Grudge third. And you know, later in the game, right? Generally, this is like your core builds, like Edge of Night. You know, for MR, we go Maul. For armor, you can go DD. You could go more like Bruiser build, but I think Assassin's just really OP right now on her. She just has insane AD ratios. Your R gives you a bunch of AD. Pretty much your R is just like, you always want to get that R off. It gives you vision of whatever target, gives you a bunch of AD and movement speed. So it's your engage, but also you really need R to kill. So for example here, I need an R. Damn, I messed up. I should have just killed the Viego. That was my mistake. My mistake. Should have just killed the Viego. Going on whoever that was really not good. Going on Thresh is worthless. I need to go on Viego. I just obliterate him too. Target focus is really important. Like, I just have to go on the right targets. Team obviously trolling, but like your team, you cannot control your team. You can only control, truthfully, you can only control yourself. And here I'm going to play for dragon stacking. And your R cooldown's so short, you really don't need ability haste. Usually I go like Mercrez or armor boots. So that's what I find to be more useful. But even after like one bad play, it really doesn't matter that much. You could easily just make good plays happen. I just have to get R here and I can kill them. Here, do I want to kill this guy? I could if I have R up. I think Thresh might come with the lantern, so I don't want to do that. You can always heal here too. E, Profane Hydra, auto attack. Just hit the bleeds. I mean, surprised this Aphelios is going this way. Going in the back line if we can, Profane Hydra. I did as much damage as I could, and honestly, that's a win there. Now I can go Dragon. I was obviously playing a bit greedy, but that's what you have to do to win. Thing about R is really good for the shield. A lot of times you're all-inning for that reset. You easily get that reset. And your Q hitting the second part on people will pretty much heal you a shit ton. And it's something you can proc on multiple people, so always remember that. So a lot of it is just playing around your Q and your Q. And E'ing around, like your damage, if you're missing Qs, by the way, your damage is really, really not going to be there. So you have to hit them. And sometimes you just have to run around a bit and just play around like the cooldowns, right? Once you E maxed out, you have like E dashes, you can dash around a bit more. So it's like you're scaling really well. So you don't want to be scared. You don't want to be really, the way I say it, like you don't want to be forcing things too much. You want to be okay with just farming. Practicing your mechanics, Profane Hydra and that. And just like keep farming. Full clearing is pretty easy for her. You just Q the camps. E, auto attack, Q again, Profane Hydra. You pretty much one-shot them, right? Your clear is fast. Wolves stay, remember, 3 seconds. Your wolves will stay on the target for 3 seconds if you hit a Q or if you auto attack them, right? So that's how you have to, that's just how you're going to remember. So here I see them in my jungle. My wolves will block hooks, by the way. So I'm not really scared of that. If I want my wolves to come back, I press E so they don't kill them, right? I want them to kill all my wolves. We need vision here, so I need Alistar to kind of like walk in here and get vision for us, right? Because vision's important, so we have to clear. We have to clear wards, and also we have to go farm, right? Clear vision like that, and then we're good to go. And I'm just kind of playing for like whatever window we have. So here, I have Herald spawning, so we can just go for a Herald play. I think just forcing a fight mid is good. I might just ride it here too. Because, okay, he might ride it. Hit the Q on backline if I can. Oh, dude, I actually can't believe I got hit by that. That was my mistake. I played too cocky. But the engage was pretty deep, so maybe it doesn't work out. Bad by me to get hooked. Oh god, Akshan flashing in melee range. You see that Varus? Like, the Talon's like one auto from death next to him. He just like, it doesn't want to auto him. It's crazy. They really need me alive though. I think my team might not be able to clean up like that. I obviously just can't get hooked. Honestly, I forget when you press E, it teleports your dogs backwards. So you kind of don't want to do that. But I actually can clean them up here because I think they will be really cocky. I can get 2 shutdowns here. Especially if Philios who wants the wave, or the Talon who wants my red. All very easy kills for me. So let's see if they're on my red right now. Nope. Obviously, I don't want to be the one going in first, right? Like, that's just not what I want. I don't want to be going in first. I want people to go in after, then I can just kind of clean up here. And while nothing's going on, we just kind of farm during this downtime. I can smite. I'm just saving smites for Baron, but this one, red, we can smite red because it'll take a while. I think we just fight fast mid is really good. Or we kill Talon. This guy's Edge and Knight, so it's kind of hard to kill. So the problem is we cannot go on them. So we should kill Aphelios, is my opinion. I just want to fight fast. I want to fight fast with an R. But it's up to Alistar to engage, so I have to play around Alistar wanting to engage. My problem is I think now they're going to kill my Akshan here, so I have to go down and fight maybe. You can always E backwards to kind of draw it out. I think we just have to fight last. Do as much damage to the backline as possible. It's really good. I can go on fresh here now. This guy's trolling, which is good. We could play for Dragon. Also want to see if Talon's like greedy base in here. I can just W him, so it's not bad. Damn. Exhausted Philios, bro. That's just so degen. He exhausted me. Like, what? Enemy team has like literally no AP. So like this is a game where you could go Edge and Knight, sure, or you could just really just go DD and it's much more value. Like DD is really good here. So I'm gonna go DD. And generally build would always be around, like this would always kind of be your sort of core build. You go DD, you go Grudge. Grudge is really important. Like it got buffed too, so you just don't have to build, like you don't have to stack lethality. You still get a relatively good amount of armor pen from it. It's just the Grudge third is really important in my opinion. Very important, okay? And here I'm gonna just keep farming. Bleed will always kind of kill, and you just farm. I'm extremely strong right now. I think I can kill everyone. I think I can. I could just R on mid and kill them, right? That's like a good play. The problem is Thresh Lantern, so I'm always kind of respecting that. This guy's way too far up for what he should be doing. So what I want to do is get a fight. I want them to give me a fight. I don't want to fight them. And I want to flank them too, right? I have my ways I want to fight. And I want to fight from an angle where I can get on them. I think they're farming like here. But also I want us to go in here. You just engage here. I can just run Aphelios down. So this guy by himself is just a free target. There is just no chance he would ever live there. Here I think Talon might go on me. Or Viego flash arm. My team is really split. Hope Varus would have stayed with me a bit there. Viego's kind of trolling. Oh, dude, I love Akshan, bro. Res me up, baby. I'm gonna stop this guy. I should be able to stop him. I think I just out damage him and heal him. I just have to get on him. I'm just doing as much damage as possible. I'm not gonna... You don't actually have ways to cancel TP. It's not that important too, but... Yeah, if I had a way to cancel it. W just slows, right? Slows a lot. So pretty much this champion is so insanely simple. But the problem with your W is it will be blocked by whoever's in front, right? So if there's a champion in front of whoever I'm Wing, it will be blocked by that champion. So if Thresh is in front of Aphelios and I cast W on Aphelios, it will actually be blocked by that. I want to heal on this Krug camp if it's up. I also want to kill whoever comes here. I also want to kill Viego here. He's a very simple kill. They're playing so safe. Him not pushing the wave maybe makes me think Aphelios is coming. Someone else is coming. Mundo. I really want to fight Mundo. Might take too long. Might be annoying. They're not here, so I just want to try it at least. I hit the second Q. Good die. I don't doubt you destroy tanks, you stat check them, you heal a lot, you do a lot of damage. The problem is it can take a long time to kill them if they're really ahead. This guy's not that ahead. I'm pretty happy with that. The team has actually acing. So we did a really good job there. So I'm pretty happy. You can always split push too with Profane Hydra. I mean, as you can see, like it's a really good champ. I'm not glazing Naafiri because I'm like, oh my god, something new. No, Naafiri is actually quite OP. And also just think she's OP in mid lane too. Like you play her mid and she's really OP. So I think she's a great pickup. And I definitely think you should be playing her. So here, I mean, all the mechanics I explained to you, it's really that simple. Like she's not that complicated as a champion. Hit the W, hit the Q in the W. The first Q is important to hit. Second one, take your time, hit it, and then that's all it is. It's really not much else on the champion. And here I'm going to just base and get my DD. General build is like MR, you go Maw. DD, you need armor, right? I like DD more than GA, in my opinion. You can still go Edge of Night if you want Edge of Night here. It's still fine. It depends on the game on Edge of Night. I feel like some games Edge of Night has really good value. Other games, maybe not as much value. But here I could probably just go down mid and just ace them as well. I'm just going to R because I think Talon's trying to look for flank, but actually he's not. Damn, I got baited. I wasted my R. You're really tanky with Eclipse too. You can always play off the procs of it. I need to heal up. I can heal up fast on Dragon too. Remember, if you're ever low, you can always hit jungle camps and you can heal up. The second Q heals. The wolves will heal as well. I bleed you, you bleed me, Talon. That's life. Welcome to the life. Watch the Thresh hook seal it. Never mind. But that's generally what you want to be focusing on. Obviously, I'm trolling. I'm trying to force the fight too hard. If you just take it slow, you have to hit the R for the vision. The shield on the R is really important. When you hit a champion, get the shield. On the first champion takedown, you get it again. So you get like 1200 shield. You pretty much live and die by the shielding effect of your R. So you really have to hit someone. And then with Eclipse, you actually get a really fat shield as well. So you're generally playing around that kind of window. For pots, I mean, as I'm like getting into full build, just red pot. Very simple physical map. You know, it works on all of these abilities, which is really good. You do physical damage, it will be healing you. Team is in a bad spot there. They might force Baron, but I'm extremely strong, so I feel pretty confident that I could just ace them here. Down the mid lane. Going on Thresh is a problem, but Aphelios would be easy. Like I said, it's just a problem with it when you're assassin. You just don't want to be going in first. Like, I would love for them to just, you know, Alistair walk in, get me vision, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll just R like this because I need vision to see. Get the shield reset, get the Q, the second Q, very easy. Hit the W, auto attack. Damn, I actually died to that. Either way, it's a GG though. It was like a 4v5 angle. Hope you guys liked that video. I think she's a really good jungler right now. Give her a try. You're gonna have a lot of fun. Just try to full clear on your first clear. Get Profane Hydra and you're gonna have a good time playing her. Good luck on the climb. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck on the games.